Sagittarius, welcome. Oh, how are you guys doing? Hope everybody is doing good. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this. I am Patty. I'm your empath that's doing intuitive tarot, also with astrology and numerology. And I hope you enjoy this or get something out of it for yourself or maybe somebody around you. I do mine a little bit differently. Everything comes from the divine first, wisdom or energies or whatever. And then also the astrology is planets and the moon, which we have a full moon, guys, the 28th. So you have the energies coming into this reading from that full moon until about the 3rd or 4th, actually. So I'll share what those energies are, and then we'll go into that as well, and some of the numerology. So for that full moon, though, I haven't put out there, for those of you who are new, I do new moon and full moon readings. When I do them, I actually give you some of the astrology from the chart and the energies and everything first, and then I go into a reading on after that. So if that's something you enjoy, please do. It's always live and interactive because I think it's really important. That's why all my readings are live and interactive, because if somebody has a struggle or a challenge they're trying to get through or have a question, you're very welcome to ask questions. Just be ready for the answer. Be ready, because sometimes when the divine talks to you about your answers, that might not be all what you want to hear. I'm just the conduit, so don't shoot the messenger. All right, so let's get started. The first card is going to be for the divine, and the energies that he wants you to focus in on, things that maybe you need to work on, things, challenges, things that maybe we need to, a lesson we need to learn to grow from to move up to that next energy, that vibration. The second card is going to be the current energies for the week from the 29th to the 5th. And then we have the future energies. Now, the future energies, guys, usually it's for the weekend and the next week. This one's not. It's going to be probably for about 2 to 3 months. So this is an energy that you want to sort of write down and keep focus on it. Some people take notes. Some people write things down. Some people watch the video twice. Just depends on you. However, this future energy, just remember, it's probably going to last for a couple of months. The reason being, we're in spring equinox. So March was all about preparing the garden, the soil, cleaning it up, making sure there's a fence around it, all that kind of stuff, and making sure we're keeping all the toxicity out, all that kind of stuff. So this is going to be really, really important for you guys, for your future, for the next, probably up till the summer. All right. So the first oracle out is the Divine's card, and this is about the Queen. All right. The Queen is about a woman, of course, and fertility, feminine power, sexuality, and friendships. Okay, but also the woman in the role playing of us human beings is also about nurturing and caring and being supportive and listening and being a helper per se. That's the feminine energy. So we want to probably pay attention to that for this feminine energy. And it's also the number 4. So that brings us balance. This is huge with the planets and the full moon right now, that is coming, because if you're watching this live, it is the 26th. We're in those energies of the full moon. But this is also maybe about fertility, because the full moon's energies is about not only balance, and I'll tell you about that more later, but it's also about relationships. And so maybe there's somebody out there trying to get pregnant. Maybe there is a couple that is really working hard at that. And it's maybe not, it is a challenge for them. So this is something to sort of look at. But we have to realize that the feminine power that the divine is talking about, when you look at the Queen, we're talking about intuition. We have the gift of discernment. Actually, don't know why, and don't ask me. There are some that have a real strong gift of discernment, intuition, but most likely it is the women out there, and this is something that God has blessed us with. Don't ask me why. You can ask when you go over, but this is just part of it. All right. So the friendships and everything with the Queen is about nurturing and loving and caring and kindness. That's the part of the Queen, but she's also very strong. And don't cross her, because you can really piss her off. All right. That's the divine and how you hold that power. Again, thank you. So that feminine power is knowing when to say, when not to say. It's sort of like, when your mother, you did something wrong and you got that look and you knew you were in trouble. It's that power that we have, not only with our body language, but with our voice and everything else. So pay attention to that. Current energy for the week from the 29th to the 5th definitely is something that goes with the Queen. It is about our physical. It's also about our grounding, our physical health, and our grounding and our foundations. So a queen, in order to be a queen, we have to have a real strong foundation. High integrity, high morals, high character. Well, there are some crooked queens, but you know what I mean. You have to really sort of have a quiet, healthy, and good relationship with not only yourself, but the people around you. So that is about the grounding and the foundation. Where is your foundation? Where is your grounding? Do you have healthy people around you, people that lift you up, help you, nurture you, grow you? Or is your foundation sort of cracked and has people in it corrupt and that kind of a thing that are sort of bring you spiraling down? You want to lift those up and get rid of those people. Anyway, get rid of them. I'm just saying that you might want to think about why they are in your life. Put it that way. You really need to build a foundation, good, strong foundation. Here we go with this. The reason why is in the month of March, it was all about getting our soil ready for the garden. Remember, you are the plant that is being put in the garden. So you're getting your garden ready. Okay, you're making sure that you have good soil. You don't have rocks and you don't have glass and junk in your soil. The soil isn't big clumps of hard clay soil. You don't have soil that is so soupy that your seed is going to sink in it and drown. You don't have soil that is so acidic it's going to burn it up, the seed, burn it up. What you have is a nice balanced soil. This is the planets too. This is the planets and the moon, the full moon that's doing this as well. You're getting a good grounding, a good foundation for that little seed when you put it in the ground. You're also putting a fence around your garden because you don't want anybody in there that you don't want. You don't want deer coming in and eating all your vegetables. You don't want raccoons in there. You don't want squirrels in there. So you're planting a fence around that. That is the same with you. You're planting a fence to keep out the bad habits, the toxic people, anything that is going to bring you spiraling down. Same thing, garden scenario. All right. So you're now got the garden. This is the grounding part. We did this in March. This was all March's energies. Now we're moving into April and May and June. Again, remember we said this energy is going to last for 3 months, 2-3 months. This is the gentleness and the diplomacy of the deer. Okay, keep the deer out of your garden. No, I'm just joking. But it also is the number 4, balance. And the thing right now that you're working on is the number 9, which is extremely intense. It's something that you really need to stay focused on. This grounding, this foundation, this physical health, making sure that this is something that you are actually focused in on, intense about really doing. Is like if you start something, don't just give up and stop. This is something you need to see through. Okay. So this is where that's at. And when you get to the deer, yeah, definitely. When you get to the deer, then you now just maintain that. Okay. That gentleness. So as we go through that garden and through our growing process, we actually take that gentleness, we take that nurturing, we take that lifting up, we make that growing. With the plant, if you're that plant, we're making sure the weeds stay out of the garden. We're a gentle gardener. We're, fluffing up the earth so that the air can cultivate inside and also that the ground is soft so that plant can come out. We're also picking the weeds out and we're making sure that that fence stays strong. Because when trouble comes, we want to have a strong garden. We want to be healthy. We want to have good physical health. We want to have that good stuff. So that could be happening with you or somebody around you. This all could be happening with you or this could be somebody around you. Now, if you're, the divine, the guys, I have a lot of people that watch that are guys and they're like, yeah, but you know what? The queen is the divine's energy for the first one. So what does that have to do with me? You have a gentle side. You also have a side that is a sexual side. You also have friends. You also have that kind of a thing. It's the nurturing part you have to pay attention to. That brings balance. Okay, because we've had the number 4 twice. We've had the number 4 with divine. We've had that in the future. Now, the number 4 is about not only growing stability, but it's growing balance. Okay, so with this full moon, there's a little bit of kerfuffle going on. We have the king. He's staying pretty calm because he's got balance. So the thing is, he's pretty calm in his storm, even though everything's rocking around him and rolling and all kinds of stuff like that. He's staying pretty balanced. And the reason being is he's grounded in a solid foundation. Now, if you look at me, it's like, okay, my foundation and my grounding is in divine spirit. Nothing rocks me. I mean, yeah, I'm going to get rocked a little bit, but it's not like that, like it used to be when I used to think of Earth. You know, first dimensional, and you're all over the place. You're happy, you're sad, you're up and down, you're depressed, you're anxiety, you're right? But when I changed my whole thought process around to spirit and the second dimension of what you cannot see, I sit there pretty calm when I get into a storm. Yes, I'm going to get little like flustered for a second, and then I check myself. It's like, wait a minute, what am I getting upset about? What am I getting flustered about? You know, what does this have to do with me? But if it does have to do with me, you know what? Divine's got it. There's a reason why it's happening. All right. So this is for your future garden. This is for your future growth. Getting grounded and found in your foundation is really huge. Most people's foundations are cracked, broken, or almost shattered. And that can be repaired and restored. Anybody's grounding can be repaired and restored, unless we have some serious literal mental illness, then that is something different. I'm talking about the average person. All right. Because we've been through battles, we've been through storms, we've been through all that kind of stuff. The problem is that a lot of people want to carry those storms, those battles. That woe is me. It's like, oh, and my ex, my last ex, and my this ex and that ex. You know, if it wasn't for what they did, and then what you're comparing people to people, and you're carrying those scars and wounds straight out here, rather than carrying them in here and saying, this is what helped me grow, this is what helped me made me stronger, this is what helped got me through it, this is where I'm going with it, and you keep it back here. Some people can't do that. Well, they can. I rephrase that. Thank you. It's like they don't want to. They don't want to, because going and looking at that stuff, looking at your foundations as you were a child, because that's where most of them are formed. They don't want to do that because it's too hurtful, and it's hard. It is hard. I don't belittle that at all. I've been through it a lot, you know, and it's very, very hard work, and you have to be ready for it, and you have to be ready to want to change. That's why the queen is there. This is almost like somebody's ready to go to counseling or go, you know, into coaching or something of that nature. They're ready, and that coach is going to be that coach or that counselor is going to be gentle and kind, but they're going to push you to get to the foundation of what the problem is. If not, then they're not a good coach or a counselor. You have to get to the nitty gritty. You have to be able to. You can't heal. You want to be able to heal. All right. Holy Toledo. Divine just got me going. All right. So let's see where your garden is going to go. So I'm going to share with you right now what the planets and the moon are doing. Yeah, definitely. Boy, that one keeps coming up. So when you see the full moon, and some of the energies that you're going to feel like a little pull, it's going to be sort of like a push me, pull me doll. I don't know if you guys have ever watched the old Dr. Dolittle, or I don't even know if that's in the new Dr. Dolittle with Eddie Murphy, which I'm aging myself because that's probably old too by now. However, it's a push me, pull me llama, I think, and one wants to go this way and one wants to go this way. Well, that's what the moon is doing right now. So we have the full moon in Libra. What that's happening is that you want to, it's all about desires versus your values, your morals, your wants and what you need, kind of a thing. So there is a push me pull me in what you're wanting to do, because it's like, I just don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do, because you're not listening to spirit. You're not listening to your inner self. Because you've got all these distractions. Hone it down for a minute. Hone it down, go by yourself, sit in the car, just, really think for yourself, and ask divine, or ask God, or Allah, or Yahweh, or whoever you believe in, the universe. I don't like the universe idea, but because the universe is energy, just like divine is. Everything is energy. So, I mean, that's why I say that. And the universe is about frequencies, and that's it. Whatever kind of frequency it has, it draws in from. Because we go from this carrying the wounds and everything on our shoulders and on our shirt sleeve, and we talk about them all the time, which people get tired of hearing, to a new energy. Look at that beautiful, beautiful energy of the Fool. The Fool is all about newness and purity and fresh starts and something new and creative and light. And that is what the new moon, or the full moon in Libra, is about. But something has to end. Something has to be a decision made. So we've got the Seven of Swords. Of course, the Seven of Swords is about betrayal or deceit or dishonesty. Again, if you're walking in the truth, what the divine is, what the second dimension is, then you will see it before it even hits you, and you'll stay away from it. This is a grounding thing. Let's see what he's facing. Okay, so he's facing some communication. So somebody's going to come in and try to tell you some slap talk, not truth talk. And this is going to come in fairly soon, very quick. This is going to try to shake your grounding. Somebody's going to try to manipulate somebody. And you just need to be on your toes with your intuition. Again, intuition, feminine power, intuition, your second sense. You really need to pay attention to that, because it's coming in and it's going to try to trick you. It's going to try to deceive you, to throw you off. Somebody's going to try to throw you off. Be careful. Again, you have to look at truth and if you're not sure of something, get clarity. Ask questions. We ask the divine all the time. So why not ask questions to get clarity? Ask until you're blue in the face. That's what you need to do. Ask. Yeah. All right. So, and that will bring clarity. Yeah, somebody's, I don't like this energy. See, I think this energy is coming towards you. I don't like this energy. So you've been working hard on something, or you're going through something. Oh, okay, thank you. So you're either going through something, you're getting ready to go through something. But this person is trying to manipulate you to sweet talk you. Oh, thank you. I hate that, but that's what they said, sweet talk you. And this person thinks that they're winning. They're going to win. They're a very arrogant, prideful person, and they think that they've got it all figured out. But you got your intuition, and you're going to knock them on their pants. You're going to knock them down like Mike Tyson in a knockout. Booyah! Knock them out. Yeah. Because this person thinks that you don't get it, you don't know, but you're paying attention to your intuition. You're getting off of this living with the sorrow and I've been through so much. We all have been through a lot. However, it's how you carry yourself through that which makes a big difference. This person, even though you've been through a lot, you have been through a lot, and that's what's going to keep you from knowing that they're a little scammer, or they want something. You're like, something doesn't feel right. If I do this, I think something's not going to go right. And that's going to take your strength to know better. All right. This is going to take your strength to know better. Really, really listen to your intuition, please. And when you do, and you realize that you were right, this is going to be good, because you're going to go to the next level of a vibration. because you just stopped something in its tracks. This is you. And this is something that could have hurt somebody, or not intentionally, I don't think, but, you know, I think it's just this other person coming in is not good. Be careful who's coming in your circle. Again, put that fence up. There's a door to get into the garden, but you don't want to let certain people in that garden. They'll steal all your vegetables. They'll steal all your fruit. They'll steal all your plants. All right. But you're going to knock them off, because you're going to cut them off at the pass. Yes, this is definitely. So it's an opportunity that you don't want to miss. This is an opportunity. This again is about truth. This is about truth. Look at that. Somebody is really trying to lie. Somebody is trying to get away with something. And somebody's really curious about something. So I would thinking about this grounding. Thank you. So they're saying somebody's really curious, and so they may be asking a lot of questions. If you don't feel comfortable about answering all those, don't, because you are control of your own self and what information you want to give. This is a lot. The planets and the moon are all about telling too much, speaking too much, that kind of a thing. Giving out too much information right away, because this person that you're about ready to nip in the bud or stop something before it even gets started is definitely not of spirit. This is the Hierophant in reverse. And they, even if you tried to teach them a lesson, they don't want to know it. I don't know who this is. This is a person coming towards you. They don't even know it. They don't even care. It's sort of like, you know, when my brother was murdered, there's no remorse. And then that's sort of that kind of a thing. They're so arrogant and prideful, they really don't give a crap. That's that person. All right. So let's see what the full moon and the planets say for the future energies. Now, remember, these are for the next couple of months. This would be really good to do, you know, even get a little, you know, dollar notebook and start making a few little goals and plans, and see, especially if you're going to plan on get a new grounding, try to think about your thought process, where it comes from, and is it in the right place, or is it a little cracked and it needs to change a little bit? Do we need to super glue that crack so that foundation is going to stay solid, or do we need to just rip that whole foundation out and start a new foundation, restore, rebuild, that kind of a thing? All right, I can't do these tonight. Just so you know, a lot of, you know, if somebody's on tonight and they're like, why is she on at night? I don't remember if I said this in the beginning, but I have to go by what my leg is doing, because in the daytime, my leg sometimes swells up. And it's huge from my surgery. So I had, for those that don't know, I had a knee replacement. And so I have to go by what my leg is doing. If I can handle the pain, if the pain is subsided, if I've got, you know, swelling and all that kind of stuff. So sometimes you'll see me on night for the next couple of weeks. You'll see me in the morning a few times, in the afternoon a few times, at night a few times. It's all because of my knee. And then also, too, what you want to do is, if you don't know, if you don't know my schedule of what I do readings, I don't pick what sign I'm going to do. I ask the divine, what sign do you want to start with? Boom, he says, and that's where I go. Because apparently it's to reach somebody at some point in time. I can't see, he can. You know, so I don't know who, where, what, why, when in the world he wants to touch. So that's how I do my reading. Same with this full moon. I will do it on the 28th. I will do a full moon reading on the 28th. But just remember, I don't know when I'm going to do it time-wise, so subscribe and hit the bell. Then you'll know when I'm on. I just don't know when this time because of my leg. Otherwise, I would post a time, and I will try to do that on the 27th later, so that I'm like, okay, I think I can do this, you know, because they're usually about 45 minutes, and then I also do the astrology part, and then we go into the reading and the numerology as well. So And they are live. They're all live. All my readings are live. You can always ask a question. You can always come in and say hello. I love it. And then the other thing too is if you ask a question, be ready for the answer, because it's not from me, it's from divine. And sometimes it might not be what you want to hear, but it is something for you to learn and grow from. This is not me. This is divine. So you're always able to ask questions. And let's get going. What the planets have to do. Yeah, see, I said there was something going on here. There is a mountain that somebody is trying to work through. It is the number 6, definitely. And the number 6 is about improving your life and growing. So whatever you're going through at the moment, it's just going to make things better. You got to pay attention to what this lesson is, though, so you don't repeat it. Okay, so this is something, and this is again of the energies that is going to be the number 4 to bring more balance. That's the planets and the full moon again. And we have coming to life, which is the number 2. It says 29, but it's actually 2 in numerology. And that is bringing things together, balance again. And it is also could be dividing. But in this case, I feel coming together and bringing balance. So whatever you're going through, it is actually meant to happen so that this lesson can be learned. Balance, balance, balance. And I think that's pretty much what the energies for this reading is, to get your grounding. Current energy, this for the week now, is get your grounding and your foundation. So get, if you like to make notes, get a notebook. Where am I grounded? What am I grounded in? Am I grounded in earth for one, or am I grounded in spirit? Big, big, big question right there. Where did I get my grounding from, and where do I want my grounding to go? Where do I want to grow? And think of yourself as that plant in the garden. Do you want to be choked out? Do you want to release a lot of stuff that you don't need? Probably like this house, we've been going through a lot of stuff we don't need and donating it and that kind of a thing. And, find out where you want to go and be gentle through this process, because the deer wants to get into your garden and eat your vegetables. So you're actually being gentle, cultivating and making sure that fence stays up, that those borders of strong standards and boundaries, those kind of things. But there's a door there to be a little bit flexible, just depending, but always stay strong in your morals and your values. That is the planet's energies right now. Balance. Desires versus your morals, values, and everything. We've got to get that in balance. And that's probably going to be a little bit of a kerfuffle until about the 4th or 5th, and things will begin to more balance them out. As long as you think in need, not want, and desires are something that are a luxury that are given to us and rewards. But what we need is sometimes not always what we want. It's like that good looking tall guy. Tall, dark, and handsome, but then I get short and fat and blah, blah, blah. Just joking. He knows what I need. But anyway. All right, you guys, this has been your reading. It's been a lot of fun. I hope you guys have a really, really good week. And if you are going to see me on the 28th, which was in a couple of days for the full moon, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell. And lastly, please, is for us YouTube creators, please hit the likes for our videos, because what happens is it takes 2 seconds to hit a like. Even if you've been on it for a few minutes and you enjoyed what you saw, it brings the YouTube creator's video up so that YouTube can analyze it and bring it out even more. Likes are really, really huge for YouTube creators. So please don't forget to like. All right. We'll see you on the 28th for the full moon, or I will see you on the 5th. All right. Take care. That's it.